biggest stress into my greatest gift. A deep dive into personal growth and resilience. Work life, for many people, is the most significant source of stress. The constant pressure to meet deadlines, the ever-growing responsibilities, the never-ending stream of tasks, and the lack of time for personal life can quickly turn into a vicious cycle of burnout. For years, I lived this reality. I felt like a hamster stuck in a wheel, running, but never truly moving forward. The overwhelming stress of my job kept me up at night, and every morning I'd wake up dreading the day ahead. But over time, I learned how to transform this source of stress into one of the greatest gifts in my life. This transformation didn't happen overnight. It was a gradual process of shifting my perspective, gaining insight into the science of stress management, and embracing personal development techniques. The psychological and physical effects of work stress. Stress in the workplace doesn't just affect us mentally, its impact extends to our physical health as well. Research has shown that chronic workplace stress is linked to various health problems, including cardiovascular diseases, high blood pressure, and weakened immune function. A study conducted by Kivimaki et al. 2012 found that long-term job stress can increase the risk of heart disease and early death. The stress-induced release of hormones like cortisol has a direct effect on the body's systems, leading to a wide range of chronic health issues. This is why it's vital to learn how to manage stress effectively, not just for our mental health, but for our physical well-being. Additionally, the psychological toll of work-related stress can lead to feelings of burnout, anxiety, and depression. According to Maslach and Jackson's Burnout Inventory, 1981, employees under constant pressure tend to experience emotional exhaustion, reduced performance, and a sense of detachment from their work. This burnout can result in decreased motivation and a lack of satisfaction with work, which over time can erode one's self-esteem and sense of purpose. Mindfulness and mental resilience, the key to stress management. One of the most powerful tools I discovered in transforming my work-related stress was mindfulness. Mindfulness, as defined by Jon Kabat-Zinn, is the practice of paying attention to the present moment with full awareness, without judgment. Through his mindfulness-based stress reduction (MBSR) program, Kabat-Zinn demonstrated how mindfulness can be an effective tool in reducing stress and enhancing overall well-being. His research showed that regular mindfulness practice reduces stress hormones and helps individuals build emotional resilience. Mindfulness in particular helped me reframe my perception of stress. Instead of of seeing stress as something overwhelming, I learned to view it as a challenge that could be managed with calm and clarity. Studies, such as those by Chiesa and Soretti, 2009, have found that mindfulness meditation reduces cortisol levels and helps individuals maintain emotional balance in the face of workplace challenges. With daily mindfulness practices, I learned how to center myself, alleviate mental pressure, and approach stressors with a clear and composed mind. In addition to mindfulness, mental resilience became another key element of my transformation. Resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversity, is not something we're born with. It's a skill that can be cultivated. According to Fredrickson's positive psychology theory, 2001, resilient individuals tend to approach challenges with optimism and find meaning in difficult situations. This shift in mindset helped me view work-related stress not as something that was happening to me, but as something that could help me grow and improve. The role of positive psychology, turning stress into growth. Positive psychology, pioneered by Martin Seligman, focuses on strengths, virtues, and the factors that contribute to human flourishing. This perspective shifted my entire approach to work. Rather than viewing work stress as a burden, I began to see it as a catalyst for growth. The principles of positive psychology suggest that people can improve their well-being and find greater meaning in life when they focus on their strengths and virtues rather than fixating on their weaknesses or challenges. Seligman's research showed that when individuals develop positive emotions, engage in meaningful work, and build strong social connections, they are more likely to thrive in stressful situations. This approach allowed me to reframe work stress as a series of opportunities for personal development. When I faced challenges at work, I stopped seeing them as obstacles and started seeing them as opportunities to build resilience, creativity, and problem-solving skills. By embracing this shift in perspective, I was able to turn even the most stressful moments into stepping stones for personal growth. The more I focused on positive aspects, such as learning new skills, cultivating patience, and developing emotional intelligence, the more empowered I became. This mindset shift is essential to creating long-term success, not just in your career, but in life as a whole. How to build mental resilience and stress management skills. I developed several practical strategies to help manage work stress and build mental resilience. These techniques, grounded in research, helped me not only survive the pressures of work, but thrive in them. Here are a few of the strategies that had the most impact. 1. Daily mindfulness practices. Every morning, I dedicated 10 to 15 minutes to mindfulness meditation. This practice helped me center myself, calm my mind, and set a positive tone for the day. Research by Zaidan et al. 2010 showed that even brief daily mindfulness exercises can significantly reduce stress and increase focus. 2. Emotional regulation. I started practicing emotional awareness, tracking my emotions throughout the day, and learning to manage negative emotions before they took control. According to Gross's emotion regulation theory, 2002, learning to regulate emotions is crucial for managing stress effectively. By identifying my triggers and developing healthier coping strategies, I was able to avoid the spiral of anxiety and burnout. 3. Physical movement and breaks. Research by Kabat-Zinn, 1990, shows that physical movement, such as taking short walks or stretching throughout the day, can reduce mental fatigue and improve overall well-being. I began incorporating brief breaks and stretches into my workday, which not only reduced my stress but also boosted my energy levels. 4. Aligning work with personal values. I started ensuring that my work aligned with my core values. When my job felt disconnected from my sense of purpose, stress levels soared. But when I began to focus on work that resonated with my values, whether it was helping others, pursuing personal growth, or making a meaningful impact, I found a renewed sense of fulfillment. This alignment made my job feel less like a burden and more like a source of personal enrichment. 5. Reframing. Challenges as opportunities. I learned to ask myself, how can this challenge help me grow? Instead of feeling overwhelmed. Research shows that individuals who view challenges as opportunities for learning and growth are more likely to succeed in high-stress environments. Seligman, 2011. The final shift, turning stress into a gift. Over time, I realized that work-related stress didn't have to be a negative force in my life. Through mindfulness, positive psychology, and emotional regulation, I was able to turn stress into a powerful tool for personal growth. The shift in perspective, from viewing stress as an enemy to embracing it as a gift, was transformative. By implementing these research-backed strategies, I stopped letting stress control my life. Instead, I took control of it and turned it into a source of strength and resilience. This transformation didn't happen instantly, nor was it easy. It took time, effort, and consistent practice. But by focusing on personal development, emotional awareness, and resilience, I was able to reshape my work life into something fulfilling, meaningful, and ultimately a gift. In conclusion, the key to turning work stress into a gift lies in mindset and approach. By By adopting scientifically proven strategies such as mindfulness, emotional regulation, and aligning work with personal values, you too can transform your work stress into a stepping stone for personal and professional growth. The journey may not be easy, but it is undoubtedly worth it.